But anyway, in this video, I'm going to go over how you analyze a deal and how you make an offer. I'm going to go over the intangible aspects of that. The tangible aspects of analyzing the deal is you want to find out how many bedrooms and bathrooms the property has, how much square footage, when was the house built, the comparables in the neighborhood, has anything sold in the last 6 months within a mile, the size of the lot, all the typical stuff. That's the tangible aspect of analyzing a deal. The intangibles, which nobody really talks about, is the story behind that property. The people that own the property, when did they buy it? Why did they buy it? Why are they moving? What's their financial situation looking like? Are they just downgrading because, they've gotten older and their kids have moved out and gone to college and it's just too much house for them? Or are they moving because they're in the hole $500,000 to the bank? Or because, their pensions or their 401ks or their IRAs can't pay the mortgage? Or, you have to look into the stories, because that's going to help you create the best offer that you can to acquire some property. So I'm going to give an example of a property I was prospecting in Ringwood, New Jersey. That's Passaic County, I believe. I made an offer to this couple. They rejected my offer, and I'm going to tell you why they rejected my offer. It was a great offer, but I'm going to tell you why they rejected it, okay? They built this house in 1976, I believe. Back then, it was a lot cheaper to build homes. Land was cheaper, construction was cheaper, cost of goods was cheaper. So they built this home on a 1 acre lot. It was 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, has a den on the first floor. It's got a laundry room, it has like a 400 square foot laundry room. It's a nice tree-lined area, nice tree-lined lot. Beautiful, it has a stream, everything. So they raised their family in that house. Their sons, they raised them up, preschool, elementary, junior high, high school, up until college to when they moved out. So they listed their house for $299,000. Now, when I had a close realtor friend of mine, her name's Ashley McCoy. She works for Keller Williams in New Jersey. Great realtor. If you need a realtor, she's the one to contact. You can find her on Facebook, Ashley McCoy. So anyway, I call up Ashley. I'm like, hey Ash, can you help me run some comps on this property just so I can kind of have an idea of what the property values are in that area, and just to help me construct an offer. So she goes ahead and does that. And she says, okay, so that price that they're quoting, that they want, $299, is actually a great price. It's under market value. The comparables in that in that neighborhood are actually going for $315,000, $320,000, $329,000. So they've priced their home to be competitive, and it's priced well. And so I'm like, okay, well, I want to wholesale this house, so I have to give them a lowball offer. I'm not going to offer them what they're asking, because if I do that, then there's really no deal for me, in being that there's no deal that I can pass off to a client or to an investor. So I asked Ashley, I said, what do you think I should offer them? She's like, well, first go ahead and take a look at the house, see what condition it's in, and, see if they'll, accept $249,900. So I'm like, all right, $249,900, just under $250,000. Their asking is $299,000. Keep in mind, there's no liens on this property. They didn't refinance it. They own it free and clear. So I go to the house, I check it out. It's in immaculate condition. It's not updated. It's not new. It doesn't have marble countertops or anything like that. It's outdated. They built it in the 70s. So it looks like it's from 1970, but it looks like it had never been touched. So everything looked brand new as far as what brand new was in 1970. So to renovate this house, your demo is not going to be difficult. All you're going to be doing is just, ripping out the old cabinets and putting in new ones. Sand the floors, stain them. You're good to go. So, I make them an offer of $249,000. Of course they rejected. This is why they rejected it. They didn't need to sell. They wanted to sell. The story behind that property was that, look, the house has served the purpose. We've raised our family here. We've had a great life. Our kids have grown up and moved out. We want to downgrade. We just want to sell the house, take our cash, and go somewhere else. They weren't in debt. They weren't desperate for the money. They didn't have hospital bills. The wife didn't have cancer, and she had needed the money to pay for chemotherapy or anything. There was no desperate need to sell their house. So when you're dealing with sellers like that, you're most not likely going to get a great steal of a deal because they don't need your money. So when you're trying to find properties to wholesale, you're trying to find properties to flip, you want to buy into the story, not just what the homes are worth and how big it is and how small the lot is or what amenities the property has. The story can make or break your sale, because everything as far as in the intangibles can be perfect and fit great, but if the intangibles are not in your favor, then there's really nothing you can do, unless maybe they were, getting divorced and, they had to split the house in half or something. And so the only way they could do that is to just hurry up and sell it and get it over with, so they can just be done and finished with each other. Then that would have probably been the only reason that they would have accepted a lowball offer like that. So for all my wholesalers and investors, don't just make your offers based off of comparables and the condition of the house. You have to find out what is going on in the lives of the people who own it. You have to it's almost become a stalker or an investigator. Now, I'm not saying you do anything illegal. I'm not saying you go camp outside their house and take pictures of them and stuff like that. But you run title searches. You run tax records. Find out if they've ever been in any financial trouble. Find out if they have any debt. Find out what may be going wrong in their life that they would need to sell this. And then when you make your offer, tell them, hey, you know what? With this offer, you can use this money to pay this bill that you have, or you can use this money to get, Billy through his last year of college, or whatever it is. So it's kind of like your negotiation tactics or your ammunition. You have to know who you're talking to. If you're coming to me, you're trying to buy my house, but you know nothing about me, you can't really negotiate with me intelligently because you don't know what to come at me with. And so, of course, they rejected my offer, and they said goodbye. Basically, they were like, hey, I hope you find something in your price range, but we're not going to sell you our house for $249,000. You must be crazy. So I hope I was able to help you guys out. I'll be answering more questions on the next video. Tosin, see y'all later, man. Take care. Much success in your business.